It's going to be history in the making on this program and perhaps around the world. You're going to get an old school Nintendo World Championship match. A member of the original 1990-1994 World Championships, Kilo, looks to celebrate the 30th anniversary by taking on the current world record holder for the Nintendo World Championships, the Jonas Slayer himself, Mega RetroMan. Ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about the Nintendo World Championships, this is pretty much the forefather of what we know as the CTWC. This is what helped spawn that lineage that we know of. It helped generate what esports in turn has become. And of course, the world of Classic Tetris is now being notarized as a legit esport. So ladies and gentlemen, I am very honored to mention that on this match, we will have a special guest commentator. He's going to take it over. The king will just hang out and give his little hype moments here and there. But for the most part, I'm going to hand it over to the main man himself. Chris Bidwell will be joining me in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. A man that knows so much about the Nintendo World Championships. He is going to talk to you all about it. And he will commentate this historic match. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know a little bit more history about the Nintendo World Championships and how this match formed? Well, let's take a look with a video package.
Live from Universal Studios Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Terry Lee Torok.
Woo! Yeah! You ready? Woo! Thank you. I don't get this at home. Welcome to Universal Studios Hollywood. This is the playing field of the future. The unprecedented 1990 Nintendo World Championships. For us, it was a year that began back March 7th, 1990. That was the day when 11 semi-truck trailers unleashed the Nintendo Power Fest upon Dallas, Texas. An incredible moment at that. Traveling coast to coast across the country, from Seattle to Miami, New York to Los Angeles, searching for the best in the business, the top guns of Nintendo. The players you are about to meet today, ladies and gentlemen, are truly the best in the business. They have outsmarted, outscored, and outmaneuvered hundreds of thousands of the top competitors in their field. Well, today I've had the honor to hand all 90 winners their trophy. And today, you're going to see all 90 city champions battling the best with the magic of the mind in 6 minutes, 21 seconds of intense action. And when that smoke clears, 3 world champions will stand tall as the best in the world. Tall, he's got it set, he's got a long bar, a T-bar, here it comes, Tetris! 27,000, now 44,000. Thor Ackerland under a little bit of pressure, nervously fingering on that controller tonight. He is going to celebrate, or one of these two, definitely very close to it at the moment. 27,000 right now, 54,000. Thor Ackerland takes a long board, sets it down to the right. Now building up the outside wall, a little bit of trouble, but no, he gets out of it with a Tetris. Following it up, 65,000, 46,000. Long bar for Rich, but not in time. He'll set it to the inside of his wall. Checking in with the clock down below. We're on the go here as time ticks away well into Tetris. Less than 40 seconds to play, gentlemen, as of now. As time ticks away to the final seconds. Time is every bit of this last element. 78,000, 57,000. This is the best I've ever seen Rich Ambler play. Incredible comeback. 27 seconds now left to play in the final round of play. 91,000 now. We're looking at 58,000. Now 70,000. Rich Ambler comes back with another incredible move. 90,000 for Thor Ackerland. 70,000. Rich Ambler concentrating. Here it comes. Tetris! Setting it down along the way. Pulling Thor Ackerland now. He opens up the channel. 10, 9, 8. Last seconds of play. Who's going to take it away today? 98,000. Rich Ambler could do it in time. Toss off a the devil. Look at Thor go right to the end.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the very first 4.8 million on the 1990 Nintendo World Championships.
So here we are 30 years later. The Nintendo World Championships have left their mark on esports forever. What was once old is new again. And we are here to witness a moment in gaming history. Can an original participant at the first ever Nintendo World Championships relive his former glory and show the world why he is a NWC finalist? Or will a Mega Retro Gamer continue to break records and ascend to the top of the World Championship mountain?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so you've just seen an excellent hype video giving you a little bit of the insight into the 1990-1994 Nintendo World Championships, and then, of course, you've seen what the current story is of how the game has now evolved into a mega type of high scores that are going on right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road. Let's get the introductions. First, on the left-hand side, is the man that many know in the Tetris community as the Jonas Slayer. But as you've seen, he is the world record holder for the 1990 Nintendo World Championships card. He is Mega RetroMan! And on the right-hand side, his opponent was a man that was there live and in person at both the 1990 and the 1990 Nintendo, the 1990 and 1994 Nintendo World Championships. And he's going to look to relive that glory from 30 years ago as we celebrate that momentous occasion. He is my good brother, the one, the only, And to join me here, ladies and gentlemen, to really make it truly a world championship, he is a legend for all of us in the esports world. He is knowledgeable about the 1990 Nintendo World Championship. He's an organizer for the Dr. Mario World Championships. He's done it all, baby. And of course, we know he was partnering with the king at CTWC this past year. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my esteemed honor to bring into you the legendary Chris Bidwell. Chris, how you doing tonight, sir?
Excellent. You know it's a good Kingsman intro when the mic cuts off on the Discord call. That's good quality stuff, man. Thank you.
And most people will tell you that's probably for the best of it. So, wow, Chris,
I'm hyped up for this.
This is amazing. It really is. This is going to be historic. This is an amazing moment in esports. You know, when have you ever seen a world record holder take on an original finalist for the 1990 World Championships? It's historic in the making, wouldn't you say?
I absolutely, and we were a butt bummed because had we had a live CTWC, we would have had this as a tournament format for the 30th anniversary, but those plans fell through. So I'm glad we got to do something here, and you got two of the best. Mega RetroMan's held this record for probably about a year now, at least. Breaking that 4 million barrier is huge, and getting to 4.8 just last week is phenomenal. God knows how many times he's repped this game, how many Rad Racer runs, how many Super Mario Brothers runs he's had. But I am excited to see what he can do in a tournament situation. You can't hit reset when he screws up. He's got to go all the way out, all the matches, and of course, D'Lo the legend. I'm so glad he got a chance to shine this year. Let's go, because I kind of sadly missed him at CTWC this year, and this is his game. This is a war. I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait either. This is absolutely going to be a war. And he was very kind to just fix that. He's got the timer there. So Bidwell, you want to talk about the timer that these guys have? You see that in their screens there. You want to talk about that real quick?
So the Nintendo World Championships was a triathlon cartridge. It features 3 games: Super Mario Brothers, the original, the classic; Rad Racer, the not as classic; and then at the time, the brand new Tetris. So the money game is Tetris, but you need to get through the first 2 challenges as quickly as possible to get the Tetris, to get your most time so that you can get the most points. So it kind of is a nice blend of speed running and puzzle solving, and it was a great overall, what would you call it, leveler. It was a great challenge to figure out who the best Nintendo player was back in 1990. Who, of everybody who's known this event, it was Thor Ackerlund, the absolute real legend, who took that tournament back in the day in 1990. So the 6 minutes 21 seconds is a little odd, but I've heard this. I've never gotten confirmation, but each of the 3 games has a 7-second intro. So you get an actual 6 minutes flat of gameplay to get through these 3 challenges.
And that's going to be very important. As we've seen in the video, you saw Mega has pretty much timed. He's got it down almost to perfection in order to get that score. And he was saying that, 5 million probably is not achievable, but you never know. I mean, a lot of people said in Classic Tetris that you may never see that 1.3 barrier, and then, Joseph ended up breaking it. So anything is possible, but he's pretty much got this game optimized in that sense.
Right, and there's the first challenge in Super Mario Brothers to collect 50 coins as fast as possible, and this technique has been refined and refined and refined and refined. There's pieces where you can save frames here and there, and it'll take some precision moves. It'll be interesting to see if Mega RetroMan has his pattern down to take advantage of every single one of those extra frames. It'd be nice to see tonight. Though in a tournament setting, maybe you play the safer strats to not risk losing a life, and to guarantee the most optimal time in the Tetris portion. And I'll point those out as we come to them.
Absolutely. So both players, we see D'Lo says he's ready to go. He's got the timer set there. You see the 6 minutes, 21 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to play a best of 5. This is how it's going to work. Best of 5 will be played. So first to 3 will win, as we've been doing all night long. And they will play each game with the timer on and completion. And the highest score for each round will be crowned the winner of that game. So pretty simple. We have ready from both. Chris, please do the honors. Count them down. We'll get started here for game number 1.
3, 2, 1, NWC!
There you go, yes! NWC, baby! I can't wait. This is absolutely hype.
So it's got to be a little awkward because the way this cartridge is set up, you have to press start on the second controller to start the game. So they've got to start their timer and hit the start on the other controller. So the timer might be slightly off by a second or two, but we'll get the general idea where they both are. They see 99 lives. Hopefully they won't waste them all. We watch Mega RetroMan there blow it up a little bit, getting a little extra point pressing there, getting those extra Goombas. Into the coin room. Delo's not going to bother with that last coin. Now, right here, if Mega RetroMan's going to... Oh, he's not even going to grab the extra coin. He's just going to straight into the Goomba. So the optimal strategy is to get that coin at the end of that stage 1-1 and then fall in between the two Koopas. That's like your optimal strategy, but it's so hard. It's such a frame-perfect move that it's not worth taking that risk in a tournament situation like this. So you see that they're killing themselves automatically so they can start the middle section of 1-1 and get that 10 coin block. And we're going to see Mega RetroMan here get to 47 coins. He's going to get these 3, and he's going to get his 50 coins and go to the Rad Racer Challenge. Delo's right behind him. He's got 46 coins, so he's going to have to get 3 + 1 here. So that's going to cost him a couple seconds. Oh, no! Loses a life.
Uh-oh.
That'll cost him a good 5 seconds here. He's going to get this coin real quick. Little nerves there, a little miscalculation. Not a huge deal in the long run, but against the world record holder, you need every little advantage you can get. So now we go into Rad Racer. The game, calls itself Rad Racer. It's really not. It's Mediocre Racer, but that doesn't have the wordplay. So they called it Rad Racer instead. But here we go. So the interesting thing in this game is when you see the tachometer at the bottom, you have to hold up on the D-pad to get the maximum speed. And then the optimal way to play this is that you never have to brake, you never hit a car. So any time that the not top players, if you see them have to brake it off, you see them bump into a car, that's going to cost them precious microseconds going into Tetris. But I suspect neither of our players are going to wreck. You might see a bump by accident, but probably not. But not much else to talk about Rad Racer.
It's just pretty much just getting to the end there.
Yeah. This was Squaresoft's ripoff of Outrun back in the day. But you don't have the lovely lady sitting next to you. You don't have the top down. This is the first course, I believe. I don't remember. I'm not a big Rad Racer fan, but this is also the annoying part when I play my games on this cartridge. The actual cartridges of these, it's the legendary NWC cartridge. Each of the finalists got to keep a copy that they use in the competition. They sell for tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
There was also a gold version that they gave out to contest winners in Nintendo Power Magazine, and there were 27 of those, I believe, given away to those contest winners, and that cartridge goes for even more. And we see Mega RetroMan with the strat to stop instantly by wrecking through the end of the race, and he's into Tetris first, as you would expect somebody who's mastermind the strats of this game. And there goes Delos. And both players had basically perfect Rad Racer runs. And here's the weird part of this game is that it starts you off at level 0, and getting your pieces left and right and pressing down as quickly as possible is crucial, especially these horrific level 0 speeds. And you talk about Thor Ackerlund, the original Hyper Tapper, the original world champion. You wouldn't think that hyper tapping would be much of an advantage at level 0 and whatnot, but those extra taps, if you play the traditional DAS game, you're losing those microseconds. Like if you use standard DAS to go left and right to get your piece all the way to the left, piece to the right, that's a quarter second. You multiply that 4 seconds, that's a whole second. You multiply that 20 pieces, that's 5 seconds. So that adds up. So tapping left and right quickly, pressing down quickly, that's key. And then also Mega RetroMan is playing nearly at the top of the screen, and he's banging down those Tetrises and cycling through his piece as fast as possible. So he is on a killer run already. So the way this scoring works is you get 10 times your score in Super Mario Brothers. You get a standard score for your Rad Racer run, but then your Tetris run is 25 times your score. So getting into these higher levels is crucial because we all know how the scores ramp up as you progress through the levels. So look at how high Metro RetroMan is playing.
I was gonna say, what? He's getting up real high there. That was getting dangerous. You know, and a question in the chat there, Chris, was that can this be RNG manipped? Do you have a answer for that?
There are certain piece combinations. It isn't a standard Tetris cartridge. So if you get a certain score in the Super Mario Brothers portion, and you get through Rad Racer without any hiccups, then you do get the same piece set every time. But memorizing thousands of pieces would be pretty difficult, I would imagine. I think Mega RetroMan is a good enough Tetris player that he just kind of takes it as it goes. But I don't know. I haven't asked him about his technique if he uses the RNG manipulation to get his high scores. I don't think he does personally, but you'd see how key it is. He's already at level 9, and the other thing is you go up a level for every 5 lines instead of 10 lines. So he's already into the level 10 speed, so he's going to probably not be playing at the top of the board like he was at level 0. But he's going to play in that 2/3 to 1/2 portion of the board.
And you can see they're down to the last 30 seconds here.
Right. At level 11 already. So this is going to be at least a 3 million game for Mega RetroMan, whereas Elo's having a great game. He's going to probably break 2 million. Breaking 1 million in this game is a really good score. But the press down, the super aggressive play, the optimized play through the first games. You see how those seconds add up in your first 2 games, and both players finishing up here. 2.43 million is the killer score. Mega RetroMan with a 478.
Wow.
100,000 points off his newly established world record.
Oh,
wow.
My word. What a game one. What a way to start that one. Wow, Mega RetroMan 4.7 million. Woo! That is hot. And as you mentioned, Dilo finishing with 2.4 million. That is pretty good for his first game. I know he hasn't been really doing any of these runs for the most part. So tremendous job there by Dilo. But game 1, the first NWC flag goes to Mega RetroMan. GG's there.
Look at that. Nice little, lots of triangles there. Nice to see Mega RetroMan. We missed him this year at CTWC. Of course, he was the Jonas Killer in round 1 at last year's tournament.
Yeah, I know he was saying that he just had to take some time away. He had an injury to his hands because he was playing some Classic Tetris League over the summer, and that was taking its toll on him with all those matches that you got to play in there. And he was just like, I got to take some time off, man. I don't know if I'm going to play CTWC. And you could see that he decided to forego it. And but he's put his time into the NWC and very close to getting that world record again. Tremendous job there.
Yeah, 4.823. That was a 4.78, I believe, before he reset.
Mm-hmm.
So, goddamn. But we got at least 2 more chances at this. No rust on MRM, and Dilo is putting up whoppers of games. I've broken 2 million maybe twice. So that's just what a game. And if they were playing on real cartridges, like I was saying, these could be 6-figure cartridges, but they are likely both playing on reproduction carts. I believe Retro USB sells them with the dip switches and all. So they're fun to have if you have a Nintendo to pick those up, and with a little bit of history here. So we're going to do our game 2. We ready here?
We will do game 2 when we drop the readies. We'll be ready to go. And I'm pretty sure Dilo he is playing on the original cart.
This is, wow, that should be like diamond sparkling through his TV screen here. That is freaking amazing. That you're actually playing on one of those cartridges. That is wow. I would have that in a bank vault, but that's Dilo, man. He's way cooler than I am.
And they are both ready to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to count this down. Game number 2 of this NWC match in 3, 2, 1. NWC. So, Chris, would you think that in Dilo's first run of the SMB that kind of hurt him, having the death there for Mario versus Mega, who went flawless?
So that 5 seconds, he might have gotten another Tetris out of that, and maybe broken 3 million, but getting that 4 million is insane. I don't think that would have cost him there, but the little differences, man, can make a huge, just huge, especially that end game. But back in the day, like Thor Ackerlund won in the 2 to 3 million point range. So that just shows you he was playing championship quality on that first run there, it's just you're talking world record quality. It's a whole nother level, man. So right away, a little hesitation there to wait for the two Goombas. MRM got his strat to kill himself with the Goombas right out of the pipe and not worry about that extra coin. So there's about a 10-second difference here between the two players. That is kind of the like, do you go for the double jump there to kill the two Goombas to keep that faster?
Yeah, it's so interesting to see all the different strats there, and obviously watching a world record holder on the left side, his optimal strat that he's going with, and then we're watching, the old school veteran on how he would normally have played back 30 years ago.
So we got about a 10-second difference again, based on the timers. We don't know how accurate those are. And MRM did say he was using an EverDrive here, so there might be some timing issues with that. I don't know exactly. It's close enough that it doesn't matter that much. It's not like memory dredger is getting extra time. But now we do the fun part, the rad racer.
And Packy's in the house here. He said that extra Goomba stop though. Oof.
Oh yeah. Packy and I were 2015 NWC finalists, and they used the Super Mario Brother 1 portion in the 2015 version. So we're always looking for tips to improve our scores in that particular game as well. So ho-hum, driving along the beach. It is December though, so it does kind of like give you a nice feeling of warmth again.
It really does. Chris, do you know why the decision of choosing those 3 games in the NWC, or is that kind of a mystery?
I don't know. I kind of want to talk to Terry Lee Torok and Howard Phillips and those people that put that together to kind of decide. Super Mario Brothers is an obvious choice. Everybody played that game, and Tetris was the new hotness of the day. It's such a great skill-based game. The Rad Racer portion, maybe Variety. I'm not sure. That wasn't even a proper Nintendo property. They published it, but it was originally programmed by Square before Final Fantasy Square. Like that's the lame version of Square. But Daniel Song's challenging me, saying Rad Racer is a great game, but I'm an Outrun fan, and I just feel like this is a sad Outrunner. But it's not terrible. But RC Pram was cooler than this game, honestly. But,
without question. Oh yeah, I used to play that religiously. I could never get enough of RC Pro-Am, I swear.
It's some missiles. That'd been a fun little addition, but it does its little middle section proud, and if you screw this up, that does really screw with your time. So there's Dilo with his skill stop there. But the trick is, if you see those little triangles at the bottom, as soon as that last triangle lights up, you're about to finish, you crash your car deliberately and you'll stop. Because if you do a normal stop, you slide to a stop like a gradual break. So that saves you a couple extra seconds here. Gotcha. So we see this crazy level 0 Tetris skills. Let's see how they build up their walls.
They've got about 2 minutes and change there. You see that Mega has the few extra seconds on his side, so we'll see how much of a difference that'll make at the end.
And you just see it. It's Dilo is pushing left and right and down quickly, but you see little hesitations here and there. Whereas Mega RetroMan plays this game like a speedrunner religiously. He had the world record in all 4 of the Nintendo competition carts at one time or another. So he's very good at that speedrunner mentality of repetition, get the patterns down and the strategies down really pat. And then obviously he's a great Tetris player. Anybody could take out Jonas, has the skills to be a great Tetris player. That's a nice mix of the 2 skill sets to be a world record player in this. So, right now though, it's pretty neck and neck. There is the 10-second time difference, but as I say that, but look at these builds though. See, the problem is you have to get to the later levels to get the higher scores, and with this build, Mega RetroMan is going to have a lot of burns, and Dilo might take this game. That's the difference here. Because it is an RNG manipulation, it doesn't take a whole lot to lose your pace. So all of a sudden, if you got a terrible build like this in a CTWC match, sure, you can burn it back down, but with that timer, this might be over already. If Dilo's listening, burn this down and get some Tetrises, you've got this. Although Mega RetroMan has the lead, it's 14,000, 12,000, but a couple Tetrises, and that's going to change quickly. As you just saw, that boom Tetris for Dilo, now he's at 21,000, and Mega RetroMan is in serious trouble.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a hang there on the left side from D'Lo, but he continues to build up, so he's filling it out. He's got the, with that slow level speed, he's able to fill in the gap, and then he's just slamming Tetris now back and forth.
And this burning is also going to slow down the level play. So I don't think either of these two games are going to be breaking 3 million, but I do think D'Lo has the advantage. He's ahead by 6,000 in the Tetris portion, but he's got some issues now. He's going to have to build some dirty Tetrises down with 30 seconds to go. At this point, don't bother burning down. Vic, get those dirty Tetrises. That's exactly what Mega RetroMan is doing. Now he's taking the lead 60 to 58. 69-62 now. D'Lo needs to get a couple Tetrises to finish this out. D'Lo needed it. I don't know if he's going to get it now. Mega RetroMan takes the triple with 10 seconds left. He had a few more seconds to build that up. Right, D'Lo finishes out. He's going to be 1.7 million. I think looks like Mega RetroMan is going to take this. He's going to get probably in a 2.5 range. There's the time. And 2.33. So little letdown at second round, but Mega RetroMan does take it. D'Lo had the door open, was leading, but got a little anxious, and you see what happens there.
Yeah, that misdrop of the J, as he was stating, that definitely messed him up, and he spent a couple of line bars that could have been used for Tetrises to kind of fill that gap that he made. So tough break for D'Lo, but Mega 2.3 is good enough to take game number 2. And he has a 2-0 lead over the 1990-1994 Nintendo World Championship finalist.
You can make some crack about D'Lo, like, okay, well, let's play the 94 card, but Mega RetroMan had the world record in that one as well, where the money game that was Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball, so dude knows his competition cards, I'll tell you. Somebody in the CTWC Discord posted a copy of the Sega Blockbuster Championship card on sale on eBay for only 25 grand. So I got $20. If somebody's got another 24 grand $980, I'll go halvesies on you with it, and we'll play some Judge Dredd. But until then, let's get round 3 started on this game here.
All right, so we are waiting for the final readies there. You see Mega kind of giving his analysis. That double stomp killed him on that for the Super Mario Brothers. So
Dan saying big skill gap, but D'Lo could have had that. That was well within range. So
yeah,
you see what happens in this game. Like if you're a point presser speedrunner and you watch those speedrunner streams, I screwed up here, reset. I screwed up here, reset. But this is Tetris friendlies, damn it. We count every game, and if you top out early, too freaking bad. So we don't know what's going to happen. Let's play the game and find out.
Exactly. Anything can happen here on Tetris Friendlies Revolution. You're watching a revolutionary match occur.
Pay-per-view quality for free. Clash of the Champions-esque. I like it.
That's why we had to start at 8:05 Eastern here.
8:05.
They're both ready to go. Chris, please, the honors is yours for this game number 3, a crucial one.
3, 2, 1, NWC! And here we go, round 3. Let's see if D'Lo can pull a round out of here. That'd be super cool. I'd like to keep talking.
Well, hopefully you'll stick around, Chris. We've got a main event coming up in a little bit. It is a first-time ever match. Quaid and Jake will duke it out for our Friendlies Championship. That is a stellar match.
Love Quaid, and I love to see the young guns and young versus old, all good stuff. So here's the part when you play this game over and over and over again, and you're in that Tetris mode, where you're making strategic decisions, and then going back to this damn Mario Brothers board with the same strats over and over. It's hard to shift gears back and forth between the two games like that. So we'll see how both players handle it. D'Lo's handling it great so far. MRM's handling it so far. 6 coins. D'Lo is in good shape now. Both players with 36 coins. So optimally, you want to get at least 11 or 12 coins out of a 10 coin block if you get your frame perfect timing. I think even like the real best speedrunners can get like 13 out of there, but there's no sense in stretching it that much. So 3 coins to go, you get those 3 right there, and off we go. Looks be dead even here. Almost no difference between the two players. So the timer keeps going during this whole bit. So you only get 6 minutes of actual gameplay, which is why you get those 21 extra seconds in the original timer.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah, I know. It's the weird things you learn over the years. And away they go. And Mad Racer. Let's call it Mad Racer this time.
Mad Race this time. So,
Yeah,
Chris,
Mad
there's
Racer,
been a number of different NWC championships over the years. As you mentioned, you were a finalist in one of them. Tell me about the experiences that you've been at. Compared to maybe like what D'Lo would have experienced back in 1990. How much would you think it's changed since?
Well, I mean, the weird thing was they the movie The Wizard came out, and I don't know who inspired who more, but everybody was standing up. Everybody was that you were in this like it looked like a set of the movie The Alien, like you had that sci-fi industrial look, and you had an announcer screaming over the back, but everybody was standing up, looking down at the TV screen, and you had to play the same game over and over again. But you had limited tries to do it. It was you did your first 2 preliminary rounds, but once you got to that semifinal, you're facing against hundreds of other people, and they took the top 7 scores. So imagine like you're going from 100 plus to 7 and then from the 7 they did it again, and they took the top 2, and then it was 1-on-1. So it's making every point count, having your best run every time. I mean, even in CTWC, you get best 2 out of 3. It's none of this one game stuff. So that real nerve-wracking for those original championships. Now, when I was in, that was more like a reality show where you didn't even know the game you were playing, and they stuck you up there, and if you lost, you were out. But it was what it was. But that real sports atmosphere of not even getting a second chance, and some of the top players did screw up. They're like Trey Harrison was an excellent NWC player, went to several cities to try to qualify. He never got that win to make it to the final 90 in Hollywood, California. So it just shows you the amount of consistency and like real good gameplay on every time out. So now we're into the Tetris finally. Now I don't have to talk so much about boring Rad Racer.
So this is where it comes down to the better game of Tetris. So D'Lo's really going to need to come out hot.
Yep, good start though. And it's an interesting thing, because if I'm not mistaken, if you get a Tetris if you get a Tetris at one level, but it shoots you to the next level, they give you points credit for the new level, if I'm not mistaken. So with D'Lo taking that one line, this next Tetris he's going to double the amount for this next Tetris. Yeah, see there? He got credit for level 1 Tetris instead of a level 0 Tetris. So there might be some weird stats in getting getting that quick burn of a line and jumping into level 1 quicker. But you never know over the long run. Maybe just play a good game, that should all even out. But as we see again, RetroMan's got the crazy build up top. He's not taking a Tetris. He's going to build up to 3/4 or higher the way screen to cycle through those pieces faster and faster. But both players are playing up really high. The D'Lo taking a square burn. He's playing CTWC side with the safe play. And MRM is going crazy. Look how high he's playing up there.
Oh,
speed run strats all the way, speed ramp and score. But one top out and it's over. He's frames away from having one of those pieces stick.
Yeah.
And it's going to safety it up a bit down at level 5. He's got a line bar dependency, fills it in immediately. The NWC version is generous with the line bars. That is so you can play very aggressively. And if you get a dependency, that extra line bar is going to come. You don't get the lines of least games in this cartridge. So here we go. This is you think they're close, but MRM has got 51,000 with a horrendous line dependency. He's gonna have to fill that in. That might be the gap that D'Lo needs to catch up here. See, D'Lo uses two line bars in a row to fill in that time. We're down to 50 seconds here.
It's gonna be
time
very
is crucial.
tight.
Now we're into the level 9 speed.
They're separated by about 2 seconds apart to finish here. So D'Lo's really gonna have to crank it up, get some Tetrises quickly.
And again, he's double Tetris ready. There's one, but now we're getting to 12,000. Now we're getting to the big money here. 12,000 plus per Tetris. 20 seconds to go. 25 seconds to go. And another one. And D'Lo's got 90,000 to 130. Got to get Tetris ready as fast as you can. There's a slight misdrop there, and he's going to do those strats where he's going to build up. Maybe he won't be able to get another Tetris though. But he's going to end up at about 110,000, and Mega RetroMan's look to take 3 straight. He's probably going to get about a 3 million here with that last second Tetris.
Oh,
274 D-Lo, very consistent. 478 again. Holy
my
cow.
word. Oh my word. Again, almost breaking the world record. Tremendous job there by MRM. Oh my word. 4.7 million to 2.7 for D-Lo. Chris, wow, what a game. What a game.
Wow. I don't know what second place behind. I don't know the second place who has the world record previous to Mega RetroMan, but he might have broken on average the second place score for NWC 1990. Tremendous run. 2 brilliant games, 1 great game. D-Lo, nothing to be sad of with a winner's you for sure, even though he didn't particularly win this match, but heck yeah. Mega RetroMan. Fantastic. You get the Gold Mario trophy picture.
Yeah, we'll get that set up for him in a moment. Just have to fix his scene there. But wow, what a tremendous game by him. It was absolutely astonishing to watch him play. I mean, we saw it in the video package before we got the match underway, but to watch it live and see the strats he does and just the outstanding gameplay, I mean, it's tremendous, Chris. I mean, without question.
Having the time and the points put together, because we do the speed runs at CTWC, those are kind of fun, but having to put the two together, this is such a great format for that, and I hope that we will do a proper reunion next year, and we'll probably see that man play in any reunion tournament that we do at IRL CTWC next year. But it's been an honor to call this, and GG's Mega RetroMan, GG's D-Lo, what a match.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, congratulations to the winner here, Mega RetroMan, the world record holder. Shows you why he has the title. Look at that. Congratulations to you, MRM, member of the TWO, the black and white he represents there. D-Lo, the old school veteran, honestly, he gave a fight there. He gave a fight, and I'm sure, he almost PB'd, he said. He was getting close to his own PB. He's hit about 3 million in the past. He got a 2.7 in 2 out of the 3 games. Chris, I mean, that's outstanding.
Unbelievable consistency. So great. Like I didn't see a single flaw. Like we were discussing missing a single coin. Nice shirt, dude. Very cool. Love it. Didn't see like we were talking about micro flaws in D-Lo's game. Like that's how close this was. I mean, it's 1.5 million point difference, but those micro flaws add up to that score of a difference. And I think with a little bit of work, I think he could get that magical 5 million. I think it's possible. Let's see it next year. COVID will beat 5 million. Why not? Let's go.
Why not? Let's go. And there you go. D-Lo letting you know his PB is just a shade over 3 million with a 3,009,000. So yeah, pretty close. And two of his 3 attempts, pretty close. That game number 2 actually got a little bit closer than we would really think might be happening. So kudos to both for giving us an entertaining match. Tremendous job. Thanks, guys.
Let's break out the cheap domestic brew for Quaid here.
I'm sure he's already started on that end.
Probably number 3 right now.